welcome to another Grover family adventure. It is late fall 2025. It is the night before the opener of my muzzleloader deer hunt. We got with us on this trip Braden, my nephew Samuel, and friend Steve Owens. We are going to be looking for deer for the next 5 days. Welcome to another Grover family adventure. It is opening morning of my 2025 muzzleloader deer hunt. And we're a couple miles back on horseback, climbed up on a high knob, found us some deer, but shoot, they're a mile and a quarter away. Been sitting here for an hour trying to get a good view of them. Finally got some sunlight on them. The bigger one's just a big fork, so we're gonna pass. But we found some deer. We got a ton of country back here all to ourselves. How you feeling?
Good.
Having fun? That was a roly-poly fat dude. Jeez, boys, way to go right out on the edge. Gosh. Okay, what happened?
So, we were throwing rocks off this side because we were just hanging out. Yeah, we were just hanging out. And we come over to this side and we look down. And there was this big old black bear. Probably,
I look over to throw a rock off this side, and Samuel's doing
Look at me, Braden.
I look over to throw a rock off this side, Samuel's doing something, I just tap him on the shoulder, and all I could do is point. There's a bear right here. He was just straight directly beneath us.
we were throwing rocks further than he was under us.
I'm sure he didn't appreciate that.
We did not throw any rocks at him.
Shoulda.
He didn't really care about the call till I did it.
Try now.
Here, let me try.
Man, look at my cover some. That is awesome.
We have found water. Well, we just set camp. Dad sent me and Samuel to find some water because there's springs down here. Checked all the places that said there was springs. There's no springs there. So there was one more spot. Just another 500 yards beyond the half mile from camp we already are. And so me and Samuel go check it. On the way we find a decent spring. But man, It is beautiful up here.
Yeah, well everybody, we made it to the top. We made it to the Continental Divide. 3,200 feet vertical climb, 9.5 miles, most of the day. But we made it to the divide. So it's pretty thick up here. A lot of locust with big thorns. We're gonna glass till dark. Hopefully see something that excites us for the morning. I don't know, we might stay up here an extra day now that we're here. It was a heck of a climb getting up here, but some awesome views. Check this out. I hate locust. I thought I hated it before. I hate it even more now. Look how thick this stuff is. And it is everywhere. Gosh. Just plow your way through. Morning, day 2. We're glassing down from the divide. No critters spotted yet, but we're trying. Well, some of us are trying. They're finding toilet paper. The search continues.
It's a raspberry. They are raspberries.
Oh. I'm glad we did this, boys.
It's a good thing we have another spot in here.
Come on. Quit, come on. You can eat in a second.
Uncle Jason, we should just build a scouting tower like this at all of our glassing points.
Right?
Make it so much easier.
Make it so much easier. All right, everybody. It's getting on late in the afternoon, day 2, and we have made it as far as we're going to be going on this trip. We are at Reed's Peak. Lookout tower atop of Reed's Peak. Can't wait to climb up there and look at the view from the top. But looks like there's some old outbuildings in here too. Check this out. All right, Samuel, you got to give us a cribs tour.
Cribs tour? Okay. Well,
Walk in, let's see. Ooh.
I'd say it's seen better days.
Doesn't look like it's been used in a while.
Braden, there's some shoes here for you. There's some shoes for you.
Open up the fridge.
I said, see if you can find your hydrated fruit from the expired 2004.
Yeah.
A rat just ran up the ceiling?
Yeah, he came out here and went right up into the ceiling. Started moving, he came running at me.
Ain't nothing in there.
Bet you that's what the next building is.
There's a can full of something or another.
There's your loft with junk in it.
Maybe it is light, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that.
What's that? Is my backpack gonna fit?
Oh yeah, you just got it through.
Wow.
That was the year that my dad was born. Just like
So emergency calls down there, and I get up here, and it says no service.
No way.
Stick it out the window.
A little ways back down the trail where it had
Hey, look.
service.
The bugs have caused automatic filling in the windows.
Oh wow, look at that. That's a lot of carcasses. Move your slide back.
Which way are the beams run?
No. No. It's just broken in the middle. I don't think it was designed to do that. Just.
That'd be kind of cool if it was. This would not be a fun job.
The farthest one, it's, I don't know if it's Mexico or if it's England or. It's, on the fast.
38.
That's about the biggest there. What might be? That might be Mount Grandma.
Look at the goobers. Right. Yeah, probably. Oh. Oh. Wild raspberries. Yeah. Yeah. Jeez.
There must have been last one. This.
Hey guys, it just finished day 2 of the 2025 muzzleloader deer hunt, and it was a good day. Not successful. We didn't see any animals, but we had a lot of fun. We went to a glassing knob this morning. Turned out that was a real adventure. We weren't able to get much glassing done, and then we rode horses up to tower, Reed's Peak, an old fireworks tower. That was a lot of fun.
Highest point around in this area. Gotta hang out there for a little bit. Gotta come back down the trail this evening. Found a wild raspberry patch along the trail, and Dad left his spotting scope at the hill we was glassing this morning. So that's about it for today.
They weren't supposed to put the part about the spotting scope in the video.
You're not supposed to have left it.
I'm not supposed to have left it either. Yep, I'll be going back to get it in the morning. Good day?
Oh yeah.
You guys know how tall Reed's Peak is? Elevation?
10,060.
10,060. Yep. And what elevation is base camp?
6,000.
6,000. So in the last 2 days we have climbed 4,000 feet of elevation. It's been a heck of a trip, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
More to come. You guys ready for a few more days?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Morning. Sunrise. Day 3 up here on a high point doing some glassing. Glassing from the top one last time before we head down the mountain. Heck of a view. Yards. Anyone who claims that they can hit a deer with iron sights at 150 yards, BS. BS. You might be shooting at the deer, but you are not aiming with any degree of precision. Yeah, if that was a buck, I would not be taking the shot, even with my real fine crosshairs. Yeah, that's just too far with iron sights. But it's not a buck, so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, now to climb back up to my spot and scope. Keep looking for more. Steve's on another point, glassing. He said he's seen a doe and a fawn as well. The boys are back at camp. Glass for a few more hours and then head down the mountain. Well, riding back to camp now. The morning's glass yielded the forked horn with a doe, another doe way off in the distance. Sounds like Steve spotted a doe and 2 fawns and a herd of javelina. Come on. Now it's time to head back to camp. Load up. Head down. We got 3,300 foot descent to make. This horse, Houdini, he just plows through the brush. Great day, beautiful day. Hi guys. Well, did you enjoy sleeping in?
Yeah, I didn't realize how late I slept.
You ready to pack meat?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah. But you didn't shoot.
I let him go.
No, you didn't.
I passed. All right, got them all loaded. We ready for the long climb down? Seems a lot hotter today to me. How about you guys?
It does.
It was warmer last night. It was warmer this morning.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty toasty. Samuel and I are going old school now. We're gonna hoof it up to this ridge line and ride the ridge line down for a couple miles. See what we see. It's a climb. Here we go. You'll have to tell us what you're looking at.
6x7 buck.
You found an elk. Well, can't find any deer, but we are closer to the elk. We started out a mile away. Now we're 500 yards. Broken up. Oh. Well, the 3-mile hike yielded just that bull. No deer. So 5-mile ride back to camp. Looks like it's gonna be dark here pretty quick. So ends day 3. It looks like the boys are having fun. They're already throwing stuff at each other again. Another good day. All right, good morning. Morning of day 4. Mark, Steve, and I rode out of the camp this morning later than we wanted to, but still before the sun came up. Anyway, found some bucks. There's at least 3. Looks like they're bedded down. I don't know how long they'll be there, but we're making a play. They were 750 yards away when last seen, or when seen. Steve's back on the spot and scope and radio. I'm making a big loop. They're in some thick trees, but there's a chance. We're gonna give it our best. Finally, buck spotted. One's really nice too. All right, I am about an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours into the sneak. I finally got below where the buck's at it. He was bedded, they were bedded in a place where they could see the hillside I had to work across. It was slow. It was moving really, really slow. Anyway, finally got to the bottom. I'm 150 yards from where I was going to creep over and crack a shot, and I'm 10 minutes late. Steve on the spotting scope said they got up and they slowly fed over the rise, and so now I'm pursuing blind. I'm hoping they just went over, got some more shade and bedded up. I have no idea. It's deeper than it looks. I gotta go up that. I don't know. I think I might have blew it. I don't know. I got up here in the rocks, got above them. Right. Anyway, I didn't. They're right there. I look down, I see a bedded buck looking at me, 125. I had a good rest on the rock. I lost him in the smoke. I thought I heard a hit, but then 3 bucks jumped up and 3 bucks trotted away. I saw him, I got excited. I should have probably taken my time a little better. I worked really hard to get up here, and I may have just blown it. Right there. And this is what I just climbed up. All right. That's where Steve's at. That's where we glassed the bucks from. He's over there. I circled around behind this as best I could, but I tried coming down this draw. But those bucks were bedded where they had plain view of that whole draw. So man, sneaking, I was belly crawling through the grass when I was still 400 or 500 yards away. That's why it took me so long to get here. Thankfully they were still here. Let's hope I made a shot. Hopefully I made a good shot. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'll tell you, Mark, when I saw him bedded, I didn't even pull up the binoculars. He's a wide train buck. I'm happy to have him in the muzzleloader. I don't know where the other deer are around him. And, he's the one got bitten. You got it done.
Wow. Congratulations, brother.
Yes.
Wow.
What a stock, too. What a stock.
Oh man, look at him. Oh my gosh. What an emotional roller coaster. What a roller coaster. What a buck. What a day. What a stock. We got it done. We got it done. It's probably about 150-yard blood trail. We got it done. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Nice old buck. We did it. We did it, brother.
I thought I heard something and I looked around. I was like, no, maybe I didn't. Awesome.
We did it. All right. Rendezvoused with Steve. We got the horses. Now we're headed up the trail. I'm gonna leave the horses down in the bottom, climb up, start breaking down my buck. Get some good pictures and then probably hang them out here tonight. I'll come back with the boys to pack them out tomorrow. Feeling pretty blessed right now. All right, we got the horses to the bottom of the canyon. Let me turn this around, give you a different perspective. So here's the rock face I climbed up. I went up that right there, and I shot from just around the corner up there.
So, are you gonna do it?
Sure. You ready for this?
Mmm.
Tastes like meat. Just the packing.
Half hitch.
Morning. Day 5, last day of the season. Mark and the boys went out this morning. In his truck, they got into some does, a little forked horn, but didn't get a shot. Now Mark and Steve are out on a hike, and we are loading up the horses to go pack out my buck, the rest of the meat. Could have done it yesterday, but wanted the boys to see where we were at and enjoy the experience of packing out a deer on a horse. So we're saddling up for another trip, right, buddy? Say hi to the camera. This is Houdini. This is Steve's horse. Good horse. Huh. Boy, that made me and my horse jump. A bunch of quail jumped up right at her feet. What a great day. So we're about about to the deer, riding in to pick up the rest of the deer. Just jumped 3 coos to your does here in the canyon bottom. Got a good look at them. Just having fun. What a great day. Good thing I'm not on Strider. Had those quail jumped at his feet, I think I'd be on the ground. Alright, we made it to the base of the rock face that I climbed up on my stalk. I'm going to take the boys the same way I went. We'll get some more video footage of this. So I'm coming up this crack. I get in this spot right here, and I'm focused on going up, not looking behind me like I should. I get to this point to catch my breath. I look over my shoulder and I see the saddle. And I realize I just exposed myself to where I need to be really last. Now it's been probably 30 minutes, but that's the last place I knew they were. And so I'm just standing here frozen, scanning with my eyes. And under the shadow of one of those trees, just this side of the saddle, I see a bear embedded there looking at my direction. And so I just in excitement, I don't just get a range, 120. I take 2 steps up. I put my gun right across here. Boom. That was a rough 120 yards between here and there, huh? So this is where the buck was going. And as you can see, the rocks that I shot. So he was here. The other buck must have been just right here under that tree. But on this side of the tree, I couldn't see him. The 3rd buck must have been behind this tree. So I shoot the buck right here. He jumps up and he goes up through this crack. And now we'll follow the blood trail, or where I first found him. Hey! We will, yep.
But it won't be by the end of it.
This is pretty nice. I'm getting some good treatment here. Keep going. I will. Okay. I bet that hurt.
Did you hit
That one?
Oh shoot, you broke your nail.
That's what happens when you throw a big old rock up a cliff and you're so manly you don't move and you just catch it with 2 fingers. Like, yep, that's what happens. 2 out of 3, right?
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Nice.
Use your hand.
A little bit super.
No.
I don't know if manly is the right word for it.
Stupidity, maybe?
Right.
No, Drayden, it just peeled off right here.
Oh, I know. That's gonna be super glue on the skin.
Yeah, and right there it just peeled off. Like,
Well done.